All right, let's discuss one of the biggest lies that annoys me so much. And that's the Starbucks lie that if you cut out Starbucks, you'll be able to buy a house in 3 days. Um, yeah, so the reality is no, 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 no. So we're going to break down the misleading ideas and explore what really matters when it comes to managing your money effectively. Hi, I'm Eva, and I'm the founder of Fierce Rich Money. And after 2 years of unemployment, I'm back in debt. But I've gotten out of debt before using my plan, and I will get out of debt again. So this channel focuses on normal, not extreme ways or weird ways of getting out of debt. All right? Normal ways. And we cut through the lies and misinformation that is keeping us poor. And today we're talking about one of those lies, the Starbucks lie. Actually, you know what? We can call it the Dunkin' Donuts lie. We'll call it the coffee myth or the Tim Hortons lie. So if you stop buying your daily cup of coffee, you'll save enough money to buy a house. Yeah, sounds tempting, right? But here's the truth. Saving $5 a day on coffee won't get you anywhere near a substantial down payment for a home. Nowhere near it. So $5 a day is about $150 a month, give or take. About $18.25 a year, which is nice. I'm not saying that's not a nice amount, but it is not 20% to cover the down payment on a $300,000 house. That would be $60,000. So cutting out your coffee will help you save for a house in, 60 years? All right, so that small savings will not get you a down payment on a house. So why is this myth so harmful? I'm going to tell you why. So it's just, sorry, I just still get pissed about it, thinking about it. You know what? For starters, it sets unrealistic expectations. If you're led to believe that cutting out coffee is the key to buying a house, you're going to feel disheartened when your savings don't add up to your goals. This is to distract you from the fact that many people are not making a living wage. It's to make you believe to buy a house, you need to get rid of that one little thing that brings happiness to you. It distracts you from more meaningful financial strategies. So instead of focusing on some minor expense instead of focusing on that, you're not focusing on like the bigger issues, on tackling debt, increasing income, or investing wisely. It's keeping you poor by focusing on your cup of coffee. All right? All right, so let's, you know what, while we're on the topic, some other budgeting myths. If you budget better, you'll be rich. You know what? Budgeting is important, but it is not the magic bullet. It helps you manage your money, but it won't make you wealthy unless you focus on earning more and investing. And if you're not making enough, it's not going to help. It's just one more piece of the puzzle. All right, debt will go away on your own. Like some people think if they just keep making the minimum payment on their debt, it'll eventually disappear. You know what? In reality, no. The credit card bills show you if you make the minimum how many like centuries it's going to take for you to pay it off. Investing is only for the wealthy. No, you can invest with very little money, and you really should start now, no matter how small the amount. So sign up with a legit brokerage. There are plenty out there. There are some that are free. So look at their fee schedule and go from there. Some have no fee. So focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can achieve with financial goals. You know, take some practical strategies, and we've covered them in other videos. But It really is something that you need to figure out, like income, savings, investments, debt repayment. Create a budget. However, again, if you're not making enough, it's not going to help that. It's not going to help enough. You do need to bring in more money. So, that is really like one of your number one goals is if you're not making enough to cover your expenses, you need to find ways to bring in more income. You got to look for opportunities. It could be simple like, um, Uber or one of those. I do have a video on side hustles, on legit side hustles, not the fake ones like do surveys, join an MLM. So I will link that if I remember. An emergency fund, you really need to have that because things happen. And, 1 minute everything's fine. The next minute your car needs a new headlight, but because it's a German car and where the headlight on which side it is, it's going to cost you like $3,000. So, yeah, so it happens. And again, work on paying down debt, high interest debt, especially, and actually large minimum payments, which, if you use the Fierce Rich Money method to pay down debt, that's the one I recommend, obviously. It's when you start with your highest minimum payment and you pay that one and it'll free up more money once you're done paying that one off. So highly recommend that. And remember to invest. Again, I know I mentioned it earlier, but you got to invest. It is so important. And again, like you can start with like $10 a month, like it's something, just keep it consistent and keep it going. All right. So yeah, cutting out small expenses like coffee can help you with savings. However, it is not the solution to getting enough money for a down payment for your house. So please keep that in mind. And every time you hear one of those gurus saying, cut out your coffee and you will have as much money as like Warren Buffett, don't listen to that guru for anything, because right there, if they don't understand that $1,800 a year saved, which I'm not saying is a small amount, that's a great savings, but if they're telling you you can't buy a house because of that, they don't know what they're talking about, and you should not listen to anything they say. All right. So I guess I'm done with my rant. I think so. So if you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate that. And I will see you in the next video.